Hello. October 28 at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm just working on the sextant, getting ready for the afternoon sunshot. I just wash the sextant off with fresh water every few days. It's gotten crusty enough that it really needs it. And so washed off with fresh water, and then I've been applying this clock oil to some of the major workings on the sextant. I've been shooting the sun every day since departure, and I've gotten pretty comfortable with that, although I still make a fair number of errors. But today was pretty special. Today I shot the moon and the sun for a fix. So this morning at about 10, the moon was roughly there, not quite full, but the upper limb of the moon was quite usable. And then the sun was at a similar angle on port side. I shot them both, worked them both up, and I got pretty much exactly to where we were within a couple of miles. It was just perfect. I actually wrote on the plotting chart, perfect. And I won't have to tell you then that it was like the third time I've tried that. The moon supposedly is difficult to shoot accurately because it's very pale, especially in daylight. And getting the two of them together to play nicely has been a bit of a trick, but I was very pleased today. Not really what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about today was this. October 28, kind of a special day in Figure 8 Voyage history book days, because on this day, a year ago, Figure 8 Voyage 1.0 started. A year ago today, Mo and I sailed under the Golden Gate Bridge, headed for Cape Horn. And it was not a good day. I don't know if you were there or if you saw pictures of it, but it was foggy and cold and windy, and there were lots of people around. I was really nervous. I got out in the offing, I got the sails up, and started sailing back and forth toward the bridge, and turned to wave to my lovely wife on the quay there, and she was gone. And not because she'd left, but because the fog had come in and taken her, and I was extremely lonely and nervous. But we made it out, and those of you who followed the Figure 8 Voyage 1.0 can know what happened after that. Made it down to the Southern Ocean, got beat up a bit, had 2 delay stops that put us too far behind to finish the voyage that year, so sailed home and have started over. So in the year, since a year ago, October 28, Mo and I have sailed around the world via the Southern Ocean, and have a really excellent circumnavigation under our belt. Not really the goal, but that's what we've got. And so we've also got a recommencement of the Figure 8 Voyage, launching of Figure 8 Voyage 2.0. We're now 24 days into Figure 8 Voyage 2.0. And it's kind of interesting to compare notes, this passage so far with the passage last year. Last year was slow. On the 24th day of last year's Figure 8, we were at 3.5 south. And as of this evening, Mo and I will have made 9.5 south. So what is that, 360 miles further south. So we're a lot faster. The first week out of San Francisco was quite blazing for this boat. We averaged about 145 miles a day, which is fast for us. Days since then haven't been that good, but sailing, although it's been really quite rough and pounding, we've had good days in the Southeast Trade so far. But we were a lot further east the first time around. This time, if you followed, you know that coming down toward the doldrums, down toward the bottom of the northern hemisphere, we had to play around with Hurricane Sergio, and I thought for a while he was going to push off into the Pacific, so I let Mo drift west quite a bit. So we're at 132 west as of today, and I think for the voyage last year, same day, we were at 124, so a good bit further east. I don't think it'll matter a whole lot. We've got another 4,000 or 5,000 miles to Cape Horn, so still have a long ways. We had a long ways then too, so we have a lot of time to make up the miles. But that's just a little look into this year and last year. A little faster this year, having a good ride this year so far. And I wanted to take the opportunity in this video to say thank you very much to the Figure 8 Voyage Voyagers who followed along in the Figure 8 Voyage 1.0 and who stuck around, who participated in the GoFundMe campaign the first time around and the second time around. Some of you even gave more the second time around. Really appreciate that. So that's really helped get everything together that we need. And I wanted to also thank wide orbit for funding what we needed to make happen for that dome on the radar arch that is allowing me to send you this video from the middle of nowhere. And to the gear sponsors, Monitor, Hood Sales, KKMI, a lot of really great people have helped make this voyage happen, both the first attempt and this second attempt. So as we get into it, and we're just now beginning to get into it on day 24, as we get into it, just know that I'm thinking of you and I really appreciate it. And thanks for following along. And that's my report for today on October 28, 2018. Thank you.